Hey guys, Jazz here with another tutorial, and it's been a month but I've had exams and I mean in that time, so I've not really been worried about this, but I have been worried about the exams. So I just want to say I'm back for a while now. I've got a whole 4.5 months, I believe. I don't go back till October, so I'm pretty happy about that. But yeah, sucks for you guys who got school still. But anyway, let's dive into this tutorial. So today I want to do sort of not a last but a follow-up Element 3D tutorial to the last one, which is where I'm going to explain how I made this here just in Element 3D alone. And yeah, we should get into this. It'll be cool, I hope, anyway, and hopefully by the end of this, if you can add in all this extra crap here, you might be able to get something cool like this and do some really nice motion graphics. But yeah, it'll all be around your own thing. So, and we also made this last time, so just play that now. I'll just leave that playing. So this was about manipulating 3D objects, how to rotate it and stuff like that, how to animate these things like this, and I also explained the use of groups and stuff. So make sure you do check out that tutorial, because this one I'm not really going to go in depth in how to like actually do all those little tiny bits like that. Just I'm going to go straight into it and I'm going to go a bit faster. This tutorial might take a while because it did take me a good sort of 25 minutes to make this, and with explaining it might go up to about half an hour. So we've already at 2 minutes, but anyway, let's make a new composition and call it city. 720p, obviously, standard stuff. Make it 10 seconds, it'll be fine. 22.976 frames per second. So as always, we start with a new solid and rename it element. And I've also got element already selected here, so I'm just going to drag it on. And we're going to go straight to our scene setup. We don't really need any other things except like a camera, which I'll add in just after this. So I'm going to go into our futuristic buildings pack, because my other buildings pack is not textured, which is annoying. I'm going to have to look into that at one point when I actually need it, but anyway. So I'm just going to select some random ones from here, and I've explained about groups and stuff before, but I'll just sort of quickly glance over it. So groups, if you group something, so if you click on one of these items, so I want group 1, I want some apartment buildings. If you group one thing, so if I just select another one, do we another group here, if they're in the same group, whatever you do to that particular group on here, well, I do everything to that group, and then if you have another group, if you have it in another group, then none of those effects will happen to this, but you can have this building basically in a separate group and you can manipulate that otherwise. So that might work if you have like some big sort of landmark buildings and stuff that you want to add in. So we've got a skyscraper here, we've got an apartment here. What else do we want? Because I just want to, I'm going to create the general meat of the city first with the group 1. So maybe we'll have something like this as another group 1 building, and looks interesting. What else have we got? Residential. Because this is a futuristic building, we want all these sort of cool looking buildings for the general cityscape, and there are some buildings with like some lights and stuff on, which you can look at. I don't really want this one. But yeah, you want the glowing and stuff like that. So what else do we need? What else? Maybe something like this. Yeah, I think that'll be enough for group 1 anyway. We've got a big variety of random things. So just loading each model. Just want to check So we've got the right ones that we want. Yeah, I don't know. Looks okay. Now for group 2, I want I just want one big actually standout building. So maybe like this clock building here. I'm gonna have this in like the center of the map or something like that. And for group 3, just change this. For group 3, I want this. I'm gonna have 2 of these. What's this? I might add that for group 4 actually. And we'll just wait for that to load up anyway. Slow computers, eh? God, I hate them. But I found out my computer's actually not that slow compared to some people that I've talked to recently. You know, kinda sucks. So I shouldn't be complaining, but you know, I need the speed. I want the speed. Why did I do that? I love this as group 4. I love this somewhere in the center as well. That's an interesting building. So we're gonna have a bunch of buildings here, and you probably won't be able to see them properly. So next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add in a camera, and I'm gonna use a different camera. I mean, it never really makes that much of a difference, but I see other people using like 35mm, and it gives you more of a depth apparently for like in terms of depth of field and stuff. So yeah. So I've explained before about groups and stuff, so I'm not going to go into detail properly about why I have different groups here now. So what I want to do is I want to make the meat of the city, so I'm going to make about 300 particles, and this will just randomly disperse it out over the however many buildings we had, so you'll see here in a sec. Also we're going to change this from a point to a plane, so it puts it on like a flat surface. So everything so it's like having a ground on the sea basically. Now you probably won't be able to see this, so I'm just going to sort of move our camera a bit. You can either press C on your keyboard or you can press up here. And remember, you've got different types of things, but we only need the orbit tool at the moment, and we're going to press C again until I can zoom out a bit. So I'm just going to keep doing this. And you're probably thinking, what the hell is this? Don't worry, I'm going to expand it all out now. So go back to V. We've got a scale shape, so I'm going to make it about 100 maybe. We'll just see how this goes first. Ooh, I think maybe we've got too many particles. Maybe I'll put that down to 150, or 250 even. Okay. Maybe less. 100. Something like this, I guess. 150. Jesus. Okay, so we've got something now anyway, so let's zoom out a bit more. And you can see my computer's being ridiculous. He's very slowly. Put it down to like a third. Hopefully this will help. And so now you can see like we've got a big city here. I just want to rotate it a bit. Start getting it more into the view of how we want it. Yeah, okay. So now what we're going to do next is I just want to sort of make the scale a bit off. Don't want to mess with the scale. Look at that in the particle look. But what do we need? So I'm going to seed the random a bit. This will just sort of change around the. I like that one before, because I don't want a lot of these things like next to each other. So I'm just going to see if I can get something that looks a bit off. And also I'm going to do the actual scale, but I think that's in particle shape for now. So what else do we need to do? Actually, I don't want to mess with that one. I think X. That'll give it a bit here and there, so it won't make it so uniform. What else do we need to do? What else do we need to do? What else? I think these are fine, the shape options. I think the particle replicator is going to be fine now, and you can just fine tune how many different buildings and stuff you got from this point forward, but I'm going to leave that as it is, and we're going to go into our particle look now, and I want to make the size random. And I want to change our particle size random now, so this will just make the size of the stuff a bit different. We'll increase our actual particle size, but again we'll just keep the random a bit different, and we don't really need to change the tint because I can change something about that later. Opacity we keep the same. Rotation, okay, so we want to randomize the angle. I believe it's Y by 90. So that'll make some straightforward and that'll make some sideways. You don't want it all to look the same, because if these all looked like they were coming like a rectangle in terms of like this, and then they'd look kind of silly and obvious. So this helps sell the city a bit more. What else do we need to do? I think that's about it for the rotation. I think that's like the main sort of areas that we need to look at in the main meat of the city. I may increase the particle size a bit later though. And so now we've got group 2. We only needed 1 particle of that, I believe. And make sure you remember to put these in a plane, so they do show up right here. And I would just want to make the size of the shape. I don't want to replicate it, so we're just going to turn off particle replicator now. To make the size of the shape a lot bigger. So this was, if we zoom into it, shit. I'll change part of the do this for now. Do you want to move the point of interest? So we've got this sort of one big building here, which is what I'm mainly changing. Let's put this back. Group 2 is make the particle size even bigger. So I don't want one big size there, and I'm going to rotate this as well so we can see the clock face. So you can see now. Yeah, and I think that'll do for that one. You could probably still make it a bit smaller because it'll be kind of outsized with everything else, but I just like it like that. I want, if I got something in a different group, I want to maybe be able to see it. And so similar sort of thing with this. Particle size bigger. Okay, so this is a little bridge thing, so I just want to replicate it 2 times. I want like make it 3 times actually. And if we have a look now, where is it? And you want to make sure this is a plane again. So now I've got 3 different ones here, and again I want to scale it out a bit so they're not all in the same area. And you want to make sure the angles are a bit random, so we're gonna change our rotation angle. We're gonna make that 90 on the Y. So now you've got different ones like this, and you can move exactly where it is in terms of its position, but I don't think I need to change it that much. Just want to make it a bit smaller because you don't want it looking too much out there. What else do we need to do? And again, you can make group nulls for this, so you can control the entire thing via a null down here, which might be easier for some. So if you do want to do that, look into that. I think I might. No, I think I'll just leave it like that for now. So now you can see we've got a bit of randomness to the city, which is kind of cool. And I think we had one more thing, which is this cool looking thing here. So we'll go to group 4. And we'll just make this bigger as well. Yeah, it's this cool looking thing here. Again, make sure it's on a plane. I don't think it matters as much if you're having, if you're not having multiple ones of it, but I just still like to do that. And so now, where is our? I'm just going to create a group node for this because it'll be easier to move that about. Group 4 null. I'm going to call this building null ball and building null ball. I'm going to change our position, so I'm just going to move this about. So there you go, you can just move that like that. And obviously you can do scale, position, blah 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 as well. I just want to have it out like so. Okay, so I think we're mainly done with the actual building work now, so you can look at a lot of other options we're going to look at now. Just turn off group 4 render setting. So now this is a cool area that we want to look at. So our environment, if we go back into our scene setup, and you've got a thing called environment here, and you have loads of different environments and stuff that we've got in here. So just try and load it up, which none of them seems to be loading up at the moment. I'm not sure why. I think it's just my computer, I'm not sure. Well, whatever, it's not really necessary. But environments are, if you do like lighting and stuff, you can have like reflection maps, so it just makes it look more realistic. Lighting, so if we add something like a composition light, so if we go to new light and comp, and I'm going to change this to a ambient light, and I want a warmish colour, so like something like this. If I put this in here now, you can see everything is made it a bit warmer, like so. I think maybe I want to bring the intensity down a bit, something like that. And then you can sort of you can add in different lighting as well. So you can add in default lights, you can add in dramatic lights, dramatic, cinema lighting. So yeah, we have different types of lighting. I'm just going to leave this as default lighting for now. I'll turn this off. Ambient occlusion. So again, that's sort of more lighting stuff. So I'm just going to enable that, and you can mess with all these yourself. I'm not going to do it for you, because this is all about learning, not about me. Just not about you replicating exactly what I'm doing. What else do we need to do? Motion blurs, so that's fairly self-explanatory. Depth of field, yes, we do want to have this, but again, this can be done from your camera settings. I might do a different separate tutorial. I might do like an entire separate tutorial on depth of field, because you can do a lot of cool stuff with it. So we'll mess around with that another time. Glow is another cool thing. So because this is like a city, it's got cool glows. Because it's a futuristic city, you got like a lot of different glowing parts and stuff here. So just put this to full. And we do want to see the glows and stuff, so I'm going to zoom into somewhere wherever I can. Okay, so if we just sort of look at this, I want to change the glow tint to a red tint. Press OK. And if we go to a thin glow intensity, you can see the things on here get a bit more intense. Increase the intensity even more. Change the glow radius down a bit as well. It's like 2, let's say. You can see all the different things it does, and you can mess with all this yourselves. For now, I just want to undo all this, go back to where we were before. You can see a better example of how the glow would work in my city here. So we've got our nighttime stuff, but the glows look really nice. And what else? Camera got off, that you don't really know about that. Okay, next thing we need to do is we need to add in a background. So I've already got this long, I mean, well, it's not long, but very big background. You can just search for these if you need to. I won't provide them, you'll have to just find them. If you search for stuff like skylines, then you'll probably find something. So I've got this background, it's a very large picture, and I've just put it on the bottom. I've turned it a 3D layer, of course. And so now I'm just pushing it backwards and bring it up a bit, something like this, and it's looking not too bad now. And I'm going to explain ambient, it's not ambient occlusion I think, but it's something else. This very shortly. Just zoom out a bit. Bring it down, and maybe just scale this up a bit. You want to have it so that the city is in the background as well, sort of blend it in. This is where depth of field will probably work nicely. But yes, like I was saying, if we go back to our ambient occlusion, I believe it is, you can do something cool with this. So if we try and get the colour of this in the background, no, I guess not. There's one of these here, I can't quite remember. Okay, let's enable our fog. Let's get the background colors. Like so, I don't know. Let's enable our fog opacity. Yeah, there you go. So something like that. That's kind of perfect right there. So we've got our stuff trying to blend into the background like so, and you can't really tell that it's another picture. If you have some of this stuff going a bit more, then you would be able to tell. Then you wouldn't be able to tell at all. And so if you move the camera around, the picture in the background will move as well. So it's kind of, it works well. What else do we need to add? We could just, if you like added a general adjustment layer on, you could do some general colouring stuff to it. So if we add in colour curves, you might want to just define the city a bit more. Something like that would be fine. It's a standard contrast curve. What else do we need to add in? So if I want to make this a lot brighter, I'd probably mess with that light. Yeah, something like this. And maybe change the colour of the light. Light settings, so maybe if I change it to like a bluish colour. More whitish, I guess. Get something a bit sort of nightimey. Again, if you want to change it completely, you can add in different colours and stuff, and it will look better. And I guess this is a Tokyo skyline at night, I believe, so that's why it's a bit off as well. But I think as we had it before, it's kind of cool. Another way to add something onto this, so if we add a solid over it, and I want to make this like a dark blue to make it a nighttime sort of feel. Press the K, and I add wrong mode, and I make the mode. And so now we've got a decent looking city, and you can mess with everything as you see fit. And to obviously animate into our city, we have to animate our camera. Spin this up to the top, like so. Oops, not this. Okay, so a few minutes later, I've just done a sort of camera thing, and let's just have a look how it looks now. This is no way at all any good, but it's a start. And so now you can see here we've managed to create a city in probably about half hour, and obviously this is way too fast, but yeah. I mean, it really wasn't that hard when you're looking at it now, but learning it was hard for me. Well, I can't really say that, but I mean, it was decent. So I hope you learned something new, and we're probably just gonna wrap up here now. I don't expect it to be 35 minutes. I'm expecting it to be about 30 minutes. But yeah, so the next tutorial, I've got so many requests for the camera tutorial. Wow. A lot of people PM'd me and asked me for a camera tutorial. I mean, camera is kind of hard to explain, so I'll try and do my best, and I'll get a few different examples of how people have used camera and try to emulate that, just to show you how they've gone about it rather than how I've gone about it, because I haven't got really many examples, let's say, of me using camera well, but I can use it. It all depends on what you're trying to do at the end of the day. But I'll try and gather a few examples and show you how to make it like that. What else have I got to do? So I'm probably going to do 1 or 2 more tutorials on Element 3D over the next however long I do it over. I've got to do Plexus still. I've got to dive more into that, specifics of how to use it in different areas and stuff. What else have we got on the bucket list? I don't even know. Let's have a look at effects and stuff that I can show you, because I've not really done that much, to be honest. So I'm probably going to try and take you through a lot of trap code stuff. So if I just click on here, definitely particular. Alright, sorry. Definitely particular. Form, yes, we're going to have to look at through that as well. The rest isn't really all that necessary. I mean, 3D stroke you can kind of use, and mirror and lux aren't that particularly cool, so we won't look at that much. I don't think I will anyway. What else have I got to show you guys? You can look at some Red Giant stuff, I guess, some more. Maybe Twixtor. I've been meaning to do a Twixtor tutorial. I got a Twixtor working on Premiere Pro. I don't know why it's not working on here, so I'm still trying to make it work on here, which is kind of annoying me, but whatever. What else have we got in here? I'll show you some Misfire stuff, I guess, and I don't know. Maybe I'll show you some Cinema 4D stuff, because I've been working on some cool stuff actually, and yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys later for another tutorial. Right now I'm gonna go enjoy my summer doing shit all and watching anime and TV shows. Yes, it should be fun. See you guys later. Enjoy your time. Bye.